Welcome to Sure by Dabbles. I wanted to go back to watercoloring some pages in my Hobonichi. I haven't done it in a while, and sometimes when I hold it and see how chunky it's gotten, I can see the colored edges of the pages where I had either painted in my dailies or done a little splash on the weeklies. And I had for a while been wanting to do an entire weekly spread that was a little bit more thematic in nature. And I had also just gotten for the first time a Tombow Fudo. I'm going to say it wrong. Fuda Fudanosuke hard tip brush pen. We'll see how that turns out later. And I wasn't intending, well, you'll see at the very end of this video, to actually learn how to use the pen properly. But as the week progresses, it really works. And I had these great washi tapes I had just got from Michael's, the craft store. And so I thought while I was painting this, I would try to do something a little fall-like. It's kind of mimic fall colors like leaves and the nice crisp blue sky. And, you know, a lot of trees still have a lot of green in them. So that's what I'm kind of trying to mimic here. And I do not watercolor often. I go through spurts. I don't know if that's to do with the fact that I am a Gemini, but it's very likely associated with either that or just, you know, my nature in general, where I will really get into something for a while and then suddenly it will go away for a little bit. So I'm adding more orange because I clearly didn't feel I had the fall vibe happening just yet, and reds, and I'm going to add some greens. And fall is my favorite time of year, and I really admire, love, and enjoy the women especially. I see very few male planner people out there, but the women especially who really go out with their themes. I love looking at bullet journal spreads, for instance, and, you know, various pumpkins and leaves and fall walks. And I really have a soft spot for corduroy and yarn. And I would love to be able to try to incorporate that better someday. If you go through the Sure by Dabbles shorts back when I was doing a sketch a day, fall was my prolific period for doing it. There are a lot of ghosts. There's some yarn. There's a lot of leaves. I really enjoy doing that. But again, like I said, I'll get really into something and then it'll fade out, which is why the Hobonichi Cousin is such a surprise to me this year, because I've been consistent with it every day. We are now in October. I'm still doing it every day. I still love it every day. And I believe part of that is because the paper and the way it's printed, meaning the fonts are really light, the grids are really light. It makes me feel like I have the freedom to just keep doing whatever I want. Being a prior bullet journaler, but not really the crafty, prettifying type, it really, it works for me a lot. Those are my deer. They're little fawns. They're salt and pepper shakers, and I keep them on my craft cart behind me. So I put some things underneath it to help the page dry faster. And now I'm ready to put on all those washi that I told you I had gotten at Michael's. I don't know yet what I do. What I do every week in my weeklies is I just randomly will put stickers around, and I'm going to do the same thing here with the washi. I just know that I want to use some of every single roll that came in that pack. I love the foxes in this. Many of them have leaves. There's some, like this has light leaves on them. And there is acorns in one. I'm going to use that next. This little booklet is a book of stickers I got at Michael's way back early when I started using the Cousin, and I do like all the stickers in there. They're a little bit shiny. I have since gotten a washi sticker book from, I think it was AliExpress, and it's all landscape type themed. You're going to see those in the future during flip throughs. I love this teal color type washi right here. The background is this really rich, verdant green. There's foxes on it, there's leaves on it, there's rabbits. I believe there's even, I want to say raccoons, but I could be wrong. I can't quite see close enough to remember, but I really like it. I really like the acorn kind, acorn washi. I didn't end up using the blue that comes with it, There's also a strip, a washi that has owls on it. I'm putting little pumpkins all around now from that sticker pack. I get a great fox. I love the foxes. I feel like foxes are around all the time, but they're very much associated with fall. We have a lot of squirrels here, so I was excited about the squirrels and trees. And the pack I just got, those washi stickers I just got from the Trust the Seeds booklet, they have some great trees in it. And I've been using it a lot in my daily spreads. And I'm really excited about my daily spreads now. I'm going to start using them for a little bit of a morning pages session, you know. I'm off to go get my Fudenosuke pen. That's how I'm saying it now. I'm never going to change it. It's going to work for me. And I have not practiced with this very much yet. So I just have some basic ideas that when you go down, it's fatter. When you go up, it's thinner. But I am left-handed. And so compared to right-handed people, I typically make my letters a little backwards. So when I'm doing this, it's backwards to me. The way I just did that O and the E's, that's backwards to me. But it's the correct way, quote unquote correct, for right-handers. And I still just put in my regular trackers. You're not going to see, unfortunately, me working through every weekday. I'm just going to show you what it looks like at the end. But it is something I'd like to record in the future, just if I have a backup camera or something that's always set up and I could just record myself doing it each time, or maybe get a little tripod to bring around with me. That'd be fun. Still reading that ghost story by Peter Straub. It's a good book, but sometimes it's a little too creepy for me to be reading at night, my main reading time. And as a writer, especially creepy. I can see why Stephen King said it was the scariest book he'd ever written. So here we go. I'm finishing in, making sure the stickers are down. And this is what it looks like at the end of the week, you guys. I didn't start out with the brush script. I eventually on Wednesday had a handle and said, you know, I want to do this for the whole rest of the week. And I just got better and better with that pen. Practicing really helps. I really enjoyed doing this. I think it looks really, really cool. And just to highlight once again, what I love the best about Hobonichi is that you can do something this involved, and then the next day, next week, you have a whole blank page to start again. Thanks a lot, guys.